So what sights, sounds, and smells stand out to you in Salt Lake City?
Sites. So I think the largest thing people kind of like see or think of when they come to Utah is like the temple. So Temple
Okay.
Square is a big thing downtown. Go see it. It's interesting. It's under construction now, so like wait a year or two. But ultimately you fly in and like you said, you see the mountains. And like every picture of Salt Lake, you'll see like this cute little city and then like these giant like snow-covered mountains from it. And so yeah, it's spectacular to see, especially right now. We're getting our first snow. Like it's really cold
Oh,
today.
already. Wow.
and, and so the mountains are gonna be gorgeous. Um Sights, the smells. Doesn't really smell like too much. It's really fresh and clean usually. I don't know. Again, like I said, the city is like impeccably clean. It's
Okay.
really the cleanest, tidiest city I've been to. Is that
Why do you
is that a
think that
weird
is?
thing? I don't know. I think it might be like a value thing that people they just have all these personal values of keeping themselves, their families, their houses, everything is just orderly. And so that
Okay.
might kind of spill over into that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, I could see that.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but it's nice. It's Denver's fairly similar in that they've got the mountains, but Denver's a it's not quite there. It's not quite as clean.
What
I love
do
Denver though. I'm not gonna talk trash.
I've been to Denver 3 times. What do people in Salt Lake City think of people that live in Denver?
Oh, I don't know. We probably think our mountains are better, but there's this general vibe where you don't like want to speak too positively about Utah because you don't want more people to move in. Um,
Oh, interesting.
they're like the secret's out. Just we're booming so much, so many new people are coming in, and they're realizing like how great it is, and so there's more people on the trails. Traffic's a little crazier. But
Huh.
ultimately, yeah, things are booming here. There's so many jobs. Like, geez.
So is that recent or is that like you think because of COVID a little bit?
I think that it was trending upward before COVID, but maybe it's contributed to it as well. We have a really big tech sector. Those jobs, health jobs, are also really there's a lot of them, but I don't know. So you can get
Yeah.
really good paying jobs,
Okay.
essentially.
Yeah,
Mm.
I know Denver, certain it seems like a lot of those Western cities, people want to be closer to nature, and a lot of those bigger cities out there are able to offer, what people want.
Yeah, no, it's nice. Denver's probably a little more liberal. Salt Lake's a little more conservative. But
Okay.
there's pockets of every kind of community. And Salt Lake is nice because there's just people from all over the world. And that might be a little bit due to like the church and the missions and all the stuff they do and they bring people in. But
Oh,
we're very receptive to people from all over. Like we have a huge Latino population. We're like very open to receiving the Afghan refugees. And so there's just, I mean, sometimes it can be hard to see depending on where you are in the city, but there
uh-huh.
is diversity.
Yeah, it's awesome. What if you have an open, or let's say somebody's there for like 3 days, what would you recommend them to do?
I think you've got to go downtown and you just got to walk around. The blocks are really, really big. Our streets are huge. But like see like the nice temple stuff. We've got a botanical garden. If you can catch a jazz game, it's really, really cool. It's a lot of fun. Like hit a bar before you go and then like walk over, take the train over. That's a lot of fun. I would then suggest also to go up. So our range is the Wasatch Range, and then we have all these different canyons that go up into them, and then there's a billion different trails. So,
Okay.
oh my gosh, go hiking for a day or two. There's all the different ski lodges too, which you could do that. It's getting almost to be that time of year to go skiing, and there's a lot of good skiing or snowboarding, whatever you're into. And then you've got like the what's the name? It's not a resort, but whatever. The ski. Can you tell I don't ski? Like, um, yeah. What are those called? I don't know. We've got different ski resorts. Is that? I guess that's what it is. Um, and check that out. It's Oktoberfest is happening right now at one of them. And that's pretty bumping.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. I just really like the nature. Go spend the time in our nature, and then like get in a car and drive south. Go to Moab. It's lovely.
Yeah, I do want to get back to Utah. When I was there, so this is what I did. I saw the temple, and then later I think I walked. Did I walk? Maybe someone drove me to the state capitol building. And
Oh,
and it was like it's a beautiful view from up top there.
that's
And
true.
then
Yeah.
I went to the Natural History Museum at the University of Utah.
Hmm.
And then I went out one night. I can't remember where it was. And then I went to Park City.
Yes.
Yeah. But I didn't get a chance to. Well, so I went to like the Olympics were there in 2002. So that was cool. And then yeah, just learning about like the history of skiing in the area and like the culture that surrounds that. And just even driving through the landscape is like quite different coming from the Midwest. And but yeah, I want to hit up those national parks. I see like photos on Instagram of like people going to Utah national parks, and I'm like, oh man, that looks so cool.
Oh, it's beautiful. It really is. It's unlike anything else. I don't know. But good, you've been to Park City. Park City is way fun. They've got like a bunch of art galleries up there. It's skiing is big. It's a really nice place. It's like our bougie little city.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's where Sundance is, right?
It is, yes. Yes.
Is that was that is that like the most famous like film festival in America?
Most famous? I don't know, but it really is pretty popular. I don't know. I moved here again right before the pandemic, so I haven't been able to experience all of those things that I want to.
Yeah. So you mentioned you're into hiking quite a bit.
Yeah.
Where are your favorite places to hike or have hiked?
Oh my gosh. So we have so many like beautiful hikes, and they either a lot of them go to like these like spectacular little mountain lakes, or they like summit mountains. Um I like challenges, so I like to summit the mountains. So one is called Timpanogos. It's in the county just south of here. Absolutely beautiful. Just a stunning, gorgeous hike. It's like 14 miles round trip. But
So
it's
you're hiking 7 miles up and then coming back down another seven.
yeah.
You do that
Yeah.
all in a day, or do you stay up?
I choose to do it all in a day. I think from
Wow.
like 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. that one was. So how many ever hours that is. It's fun. I don't know. I like it. That one's an easier one. I just summited the highest peak in the Wasatch, which is Mount Nebo. Absolutely
Okay.
brutal. Oh, awful. Just the most intense, steepest hike of my life. And it was not fun. But whatever. I did it. I made it to the top. But ultimately, I don't know. Our mountains outside of Salt Lake. So we've got Big Cottonwood Canyon and Little Cottonwood Canyon. And then they have all these little trails that go off of them. And
Okay.
so there's this little ski town, Alta, and they just have beautiful, beautiful trails.
Alta.
Yeah.
How many, I mean, I don't know if you know this or not. How many like hiking trails are there documented in the US?
I don't know. I use the All Trails app, and even just in this area, there's like hundreds and hundreds.
Wow.
So I can't imagine. And they do stuff all over the world too, but there has to be thousands, tens of thousands. I don't know.
Are you someone who has like a bucket list or a goal list or like not a quota, but like a goal of like 100 in their lifetime or specific ones? Have you done any of that?
I haven't quantified it too much.
Quantify it. Yeah, that's a good word.
Like I don't know how intense I want to get, right? I don't know if I
Yeah.
want to do anything technical. But I do want to go back and do Kilimanjaro. I lived right at the base of it when I was in Tanzania, and I just didn't make it up there. It's like a 9-day hike to summit it, and it's I think the fifth tallest in the world,
Wow.
but not technical. So I'm about that. That's cool. I
What do you
don't
mean technical?
like you don't need equipment. You don't need like
Okay.
ropes and crampons and guide. I mean, you still need a guide, but it's not like super dangerous. You're not like
Yeah.
climbing rock faces.
So you're just like you enjoy kind of walking, being one with nature, and just like kind of casually go about it, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can do some intense stuff, but ultimately I just want to have a good time, kind of allow it to make me feel small almost, like just like
Yeah.
look around to see how big it is, kind of makes everything else feel insignificant, and it's just really lovely.
So are there other places you've hiked in the US?
I'm sorry, what?
Are there other places in the US that you've hiked?
Yeah, I mean, I've done little hikes like in Oregon and Northern California. I did some stuff in the redwoods. Um, a little bit in like New Mexico, Arizona. Um, Wyoming, yeah, like so Yellowstone National Park is in Wyoming,
Oh
right?
yeah.
And that's really cool. So I've
Yeah.
done like a couple, like a 3 or 4 day expedition in the winter in Yellowstone where you just kind of
Oh,
like walk
really?
around and you like you either like camp or you find a cabin. It's pretty cool. Um,
What's it like in the winter there?
it's really snowy. There's a lot of snow. Wyoming can be pretty brutal in the winter because it's just super duper windy.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, it's cool. You see because like they've got all like the geysers and the hot springs. So it's like snow, 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 and then this like molten like pool of water. It's insane. And so it's like steaming and the animals are kind of like steamy and it's just it's really cool.
Have you hiked in other countries as well besides Kilimanjaro?
Yeah, I hiked in Colombia, like along the coast. They have a national park over there, and that's really just gorgeous because you're hiking through jungle and then you get to like the coast and it's just this beautiful ocean. In Germany, I lived in Germany for like 2 years, and so I've hiked in like Switzerland, Norway, and Ireland. Just kind of doing little trips based in Germany, and then I'd go there for a weekend. And we went like fishing in Norway, and so we'd like hike around for some of the day and go fishing in the afternoon, kind of thing. And Norway's just gorgeous. You got the fjords coming out of the water, and it's so beautiful.
Wow. So was Norway the most memorable of of those European hikes?
No, I don't know. I think the Swiss Alps were very nice. Um, we took we were living in southern Germany, so we took a boat and we kind of went back and forth across Lake Lucerne until we like got off and we went up the mountain and then we like hiked to the place where Switzerland was apparently founded way back in the
Oh,
day.
wow.
Yeah, it was cool. And so like the Alps are just coming out of the mountain lakes, and that's just super gorgeous. Plus, it's cool to get there. I mean, you're taking like a ferry, and I don't know, absolutely gorgeous.